Good evening, my Rosalinds and Rosikins. Mother is back, and this is a series that I'm starting now on my channel dedicated to skinny legends. So, this is for all of my brown such dark skin exotics and exoticals. So, I want to talk about the fact that weight loss is literally one of your superpowers for looks maxing. And I've realized for me, on my looks maxing journey so far, with the amount of weight that I've lost, that my life has even improved more than initially. As I said before, when you have pretty privilege, you're going to already have a better life. But when you have body privilege, health privilege with your pretty privilege, even if you're going about it slow, or some go about it fast, or some are just the right timing in between, you really take your life up a notch and you cause a lot of things to change for yourself for the better. And this series is to help all of my Rosalinds and even Rosikins that want to listen in to understand that there is no beauty without health. There is no glowing up and looks maxing without being at a proper weight, or in my case, skinny, as in skinny legends. That's not to say that you all have to be one, but mother's going to be one, if nothing else. So I want to further this conversation by saying, hold tight, get your protein in, get your water going, get your herbal teas ready, and let's talk. Okay, let's talk. So this video is going to focus on calorie deficit. First one in the series. One has to know that the formula for weight loss in any aspect is that you burn more calories than you consume. And that means that you are, in fact, in a calorie deficit, because we know that I believe it's 3,000 calories, 3,000 to 3,500 calories equals 1 pound. So you have your daily intake that you're supposed to have to maintain a specific body weight that you have at your height. And then you have a calorie deficit that you're supposed to have if you want to lose some pounds. And the total opposite can be said if you want to gain weight. You go over your calorie deficit or go over your calorie maintenance number. So let's say if your calorie maintenance number is like 2,000 calories a day to maintain the current weight you have. If you ate 3,000 calories and you keep doing that over and over again, you're going to eventually gain multiple pounds. But if your calorie maintenance number is 2,000 and you decide to eat 1,500 calories every day, over time, you're going to be losing the weight. So it's just about understanding the impact of, how we have compound interest when you're growing wealth? Well, compound calories, intake and deficits, and sustainability when you're trying to lose weight. So it all adds up over time, and it can all subtract over time depending on the amount of calories that you consume at your current weight and your goals in life, your body goals, your health goals. So I want to talk about the fact that there is a certain uh, website that I always go to help me to, as you would say, see the calorie intake I would need in order to, or sorry, calorie deficit in the sense that I would need in order to reach my goal weight at a certain given time. So for this website, all you're going to do is put in your gender, your height, your weight, your goal, and then it's going, and also the amount of activity you have daily. So if you're like an athlete, you'll put like a higher number for that. If you're someone who has more of an office job and you just go to the gym occasionally throughout the week, you might put a lower number for the level of activity you use daily, so that it can kind of calculate how many calories you would need, based on your actual like gym routine or whatnot. So you put all that in, and then it shows you a whole list of all the different dates that would get you to that goal. So let's say you want to lose 50 pounds within a year. It will have today's date showing, but like a year from now. So with next year's like numbers. So it's 2025 now, it'll show you, okay, well, May 7th, 2026, you'll reach it by here this time if you eat this amount of calories consistently and be in this calorie deficit. And then it'll show you like 6 months from now, 7 months from now, 8 months from now. So it keeps giving you a whole entire list of options on like how many calories you would want to consume that you feel comfortable with in order to meet that goal. So the quicker the date is to the day that you put in your information to get that calculated, the less calories you'll be able to consume because you're on a shorter time period to burn those calories and to lose that weight. The longer the date is away from today's date that you put it in to calculate the weight loss that you would want, the more, I guess, leeway you have with your calories. So let's say you wanted to do like the option for a year from now with your calories in order to burn like, those calories and meet a weight loss goal of like 50 pounds. It'll probably tell you can eat like 1,800 every day, is in consume that many calories daily, consistently on average, and you would still end up losing those 50 pounds by the end of a year. But if you're like, okay, well, I want to lose the 50 pounds in like 6 months, so it's like cut that in half, right? So you'll probably be eating 1,500 calories every day in that deficit in order to reach your goal within 6 months instead of a year. So again, it's all about, or less than that actually, when I think about it, because that's like a big gap. But, you know, if you want it as badly as you do, if you want to change your life, if you want a better life on top of the one you already have, then you're willing to do what you got to do to get to your goals. And the main thing again is that it's about on average. So of course no one's perfect with their weight loss journey, but the point is that if you just continue to get back up on that horse and continue on the calorie deficit path and journey that you have set to reach that certain goal, you're going to get there within that time frame. You might be a little bit off depending on how undisciplined you are on your weight loss journey, but you'll still get there. It's better to have that goal and to have that consistency than to not have tried at all. You know what I'm saying? And even if it takes you longer, you can always adjust from the current weight you are on set date and then pivot the way you need to. So I love it's called fatcalc.com. And I'm going to put a link below in the comment section for you all to just click on it and put in your information so you can like calculate your calorie deficit. Because no matter what you eat, and this is like the basic layer of it, but I'm going to go more into that eventually because it does matter what you eat, even if it's, your kind of calories. It does matter. Over time, it does. But initially, the formula for weight loss will always be you are burning more calories than you consume. Hashtag calorie deficits. That is literally the simplest way to put weight loss, period, point blank. You're consuming less calories over time, and therefore you're going to be burning more calories over time, and therefore you're going to be losing the weight consistently over time. So I just wanted to say that for the first video in regards to calorie deficits, and just so that you can have a plan, a strategic plan about the goals that you want to set. And first, you have to get the calorie deficit number in check that you would want and the time frame in which you want to lose the weight. That is the first step before we talk about diets, before we talk about anything else. We want to get that in our heads because that will end up becoming your lifestyle and jumpstarting your weight loss journey and then becoming the sedentary maintenance that you would need eventually, because it's a mathematical formula. Weight loss truly is. But it's also the sum of your decisions with what you consume every day, because weight loss is 80% diet and 20% exercise. And so you just want to have that balance. But Mother just wanted to add and put this in here for the first video for our Skinny Legend series. And I'm so excited for you all. Okay. Goodbye, my Roslins and Rosikins. Mother loves you.